Hey guys, welcome back to NEMT Van Talks. I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Monica.
And today we're going to talk about NEMT criminal record. So we've been getting a lot of questions on our social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram about, hey, I am a felon, and I want to know, am I able to start this NEMT business? Yes, a criminal background check is required, and that's coming down from the state level, right? They want to make sure that, their community members are in safe hands.
DOJ nationwide criminal background check. So it is a thorough background check. They check against the sex registry. They check all of that. So it is a very intensive background check. It's not something that's very simple. So just know that if you do have something that's on your record and it's very current, that it's going to show up.
Yeah. Okay. I think they go back because I get a question too of like how far back they go. And honestly, I believe it's minimum 7 years, 7 to 10, somewhere within that time frame. But you do have to keep in mind that, some felonies, they're going to look even further.
Yes.
Some agencies, are going to look even further when it comes to your background, because they want to know, especially if you have something on your background like murder, attempted murder,
fraud,
assault,
child abuse.
Yeah, child abuse.
Elderly abuse, all of that. You just got to think about when you are dealing with, you guys know the state. When you're dealing with the state, they want to know who they're dealing with, who they're contracted with, and the risk that they may be taking if they do decide to work with you. So even if it happened, we get it. There are certain states that may be, I think they're called first offender state, meaning they'll give you a second chance, or a second chance state. So you just need to make sure you check within that state to see, what are the restrictions? What are the requirements? Because it varies state by state.
Yeah. And also, I want to let you guys know, yes, you can come and ask us that question, but honestly, we cannot give you a guaranteed answer, if it's going to work, if you're going to pass the background check, because it all, like I said, it all depends on the agency. And to find out the answer to that question is best that, one, you think about who you want to work with. And if it is a state, you need to reach out to the state directly and let them know everything. Let them know the details of your offense, how long ago it was, what it was for. You definitely want to make sure that you're very clear on those points, because you want an accurate answer, right? The last thing that you want to do is go through all these steps to start your NEMT business, and then you find out that you can't work with certain agencies because of your criminal record.
And we definitely don't want to be misleading, saying, oh, you can do it, it won't be a problem. That is not what we're trying to do. We want to make sure that you are, you're fully aware, and you know what to expect. But I do know that in doing some consultation calls, people do have a criminal background. They have a felony, and they have some of the charges that we just listed. And a lot of times they think about putting their business in a family member's name. It's something you can consider. It may work for you, but if you just feel like,
you better be able to trust that person.
If you just want to just start, and you know that the likelihood of you really passing that that background check, it's not going to work for you, but you have a business partner, Luckily, Jasmine doesn't have that on her background check, so it works fine for us.
What you talking about? I've been in the streets.
She don't have
what?
She doesn't have a criminal record, so we don't have that problem. But if you want to partner with with somebody that may not have a criminal record, it's ways around it. But
just make sure you have some type of contract in place. If you guys decide to go that route, because we all know once you start dealing with money and high dollars, things begin to be complicated.
Get shaky. Rocky.
Yes. So but then again, we're not telling y'all to play the system or nothing like that, but we do understand that certain circumstances can occur. Something you did when you were 19, 20, you people transition, right?
Yes,
people
absolutely.
Become better over time. And so, I certainly feel like you should not be penalized for the things that happened to you many years ago, because people do change. But, we do understand that this world everyone's not equal. And so, people still have to survive. People still have to make a living, and regardless of your felony or whatever the case may be, you still should have the opportunity to start a business and start a thriving business. So definitely reach out. Like I said, if it's going to be at some type of government agency, reach out to them to see what the requirements are. They should be able to give you that information. And then also, if you reach out to them via email, so you can have a paper trail, right? Because the agency may say, hey, yeah, you can start, but then once you start and then you go to contract with them, they're like, oh no. But then you need to be able to reference the person that you spoke with, guys.
Get it in writing, and certainly ask, what is the common reason for denial when it comes to your criminal record, your criminal background?
Because they do, I know robbery and stuff like that is frowned upon too. Robbery, burglary. So if it's anything like that, that's definitely something that may hinder you from starting this business.
So just make sure. And then if there are some other people in the transportation industry, you have this on your background, and there was a way to work around it, whether you can get your something expunged on your record, whatever the case may be, share that with us as well. Share it in the comment and let us know. Let us know how you're able to start.
If you have an existing NEMT business, right? And I know this is kind of personal, but your experience may be helping someone else out. If you have an existing NEMT business and you had a criminal record, whether it be felony, misdemeanor, whatever the case may be, leave a comment. Give them some encouragement. Give them some tips if you guys have it. What state are you in? How were you able to work around the system so that you were able to successfully start your business? But the background checks, they can be done online. They range anywhere between $50, $100, $150 bucks.
It just depends on the agency that you're working with to process your background check.
And then if it gets to the point where it's they won't allow you to start your NEMT business, definitely don't get discouraged. Keep your head up. There's other things out there that you could do, and that you can do successfully, make a living off of it. You know what I'm saying? So just don't get discouraged.
Don't get discouraged. And so I just want to point out too, the purpose of us doing this video is not to discourage you, but to mainly educate you, because we do get this question a lot. And like Jasmine mentioned, people ask us all the time, and we don't want to give you misleading information, and then you start this business and you do all the work and then you can't get any contracts, and so we just don't want it to happen to you. So we're not creating this video to be discouraging, but mainly to educate you and say, hey, before you step into this industry, make some phone calls, send out some emails, just confirm, just like we said, just verify exactly what are they looking for and what will be the common denial reason. And you may have to disclose your criminal history.
You will.
So they may want to know what is it that's on your record. And so in order to really give you the guidance that you need, you'll have to share that information.
And honestly, before you even reach out, I probably would write down I would write down everything that happened within the case, so that when that question does come about, what happened, what did you do, what were you charged with, exactly how to respond. You don't have to go flipping through paperwork or anything like that. And like I said, you don't want to miss any pointers, right? You don't want to miss skipping over on a particular charge that you may were charged with. You want to have everything up front. So definitely take some time out, create that sheet, write yourself a letter explaining everything that happened within that case. And then when it's time to email the appropriate person within the government agency, you can just send that information over. They can review it, talk with their supervisors if they need to for them to give you an answer if you can start this NEMT business or not.
Yep. And that's it.
All right, guys.
All right, ciao. Till next time.